Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Turgut. In this video, we are going to build end-to-end data analysis project. At the end, we will create this nice dashboard, and our data is 2022 snow and ice removal data from the Massachusetts municipalities and counties, and we have the top 10 municipalities with largest snow and ice removal deficit per president. We have interesting questions. Let me show you how we started. So we have always, when we started a business problem, or we need to solve that problem by doing data analysis and extracting useful information from the data. I found this data in here, and let me show you. Okay, here, and you guys can find it. There's 3 different data sets, and it shows the municipalities, counties, and of course their fiscal year and how much budget they spare for that year, and their expenditure and their deficits, and their whether they get reimbursement from state and federal government. And okay, this is our visual, and you guys can click and just get the, for example, this is a home page, and then this is the visual, and you can share this visual for future employment benefits. Okay, so here we have some questions, and first, our data set use 3 data sets from the Department of Local Services Municipal Data Bank below to complete this exercise first. And these are our data sets, population estimate for each municipalities. We have 3 different data sets. This data set, road miles, contains total miles of road in each municipality. And this one contains municipal expenditures on snow and ice removal 2022. And we have some questions using some exercises here. And there's also additional, a lot of things I've done. I will show you in this. This is a sneak peek, and I explain everything in the future. Okay, so how I did it, and these are the explanations. Which county spent most snow and ice removal 2022? Which municipalities spent most per road mile in snow and ice removal 2022? These are the main questions we are going to answer. So if there are other questions, I will share this document as well. You guys can check and read everything through. Okay, so I made some small representation here, and what is about this presentation. So we have our project diagram, and we will walk through our Jupyter notebook, and I explain codes line by line. You guys will understand how I approach a data analysis problem. This is a real business problem. You will get a similar problem with different data set, with different questions, and this approach will help you, and it helped me in my back then in my career, and still I'm using the same approach, and you will see everything in there. So data modeling. So we will create a database and get our data to Power BI from our database, relational database. And I will explain you right now here why I use that method. You will see everything. So here I used, first of all, whenever I start the data science project, I always starting it creating a new virtual environment, because in the future, if you are going to use same code or same analysis with Python, if you are not using the same libraries, because you are using the different, you are going to use same functions, but as we know, technology always improve. So a few months later, you will not be able to use some Pandas methods or Numpy methods. They might be change their name or they're deprecated. So using virtual environment always safe method to use same code in the future as well. Even the machine learning code, you need to contourize your model to use the same code as well, because in the production in AWS service, you might need to use Python 3.8 or Numpy's another version. So just I'm trying to say, we are trying to avoid the conflict between the packages. So in the future, actually. So we use these libraries, as you guys know, Python and its libraries, Pandas, Seaborn, Numpy, Matplotlib for visualization and data analysis, and also Jupyter Notebook. And then we are going to do data modeling in PostgreSQL and data visualization in Power BI. You guys of course, use Tableau too. Tableau is much more intuitive to me, but if you guys use Excel before, some Microsoft products before, Power BI seems much more familiar to you. You will understand it's more familiar to me. That's why I use Power BI. Of course, you guys use Tableau as well. So how data modeling works, we are going to create a script, and it's contained SQL queries. That query is going to for example, this SQL queries py file contains the necessary queries to create a new database and its table. Then we are going to create a Python program as well, create fastpy, and we will just run that file. Then this Python program will run the SQL queries inside the SQL queries py file, and then just it will create our database and the necessary tables in our database. Then we are using the ETL py file, just ETL extract load transform, and we will process our data and insert that data into our database and their related tables as well. Okay, so this is the, as I said, we have 3 different data sets, and this is our entity relational diagram. I think it seems a little bit small here. So basically we have this data set, municipalities, other one is road mile, the other one is snow and ice expenditure, and population. Each of them has their unique code, which is DER code. And it says something in the message which says, I don't remember the explanation, but we are using this one is a foreign key, and some of them is a primary key for other tables to connect our tables to get to relative data in the future by using SQL join functions. So so here I'm showing here basically for each questions I created a view for in future visualizations. Why I did this, instead of uploading all tables inside our Power BI, we don't need all those data in our questions, and we can check that questions as well. I'm just created a view and just use those views inside the Power BI. Whenever we refresh our Power BI, we can just schedule that one. It will use those views. It doesn't have to take all the data. It will get the necessary data, and it will refresh our visualization in the future as well, and it will much more faster, and I will show you right here. Okay, this is how can you upload your data to Power BI using PostgreSQL database here. And I didn't open the presentation, but anyway, we already started. So you are getting the data set from the PostgreSQL database. You are entering your server. This is local server and the database name. If you guys can see it here, server and database name, you are importing, and so on and so forth. After that, you are using your data. Okay, okay. I made a comparison here. Here I created the same visual, importing all tables. As you can see, same tables, top 10 municipalities with largest snow and ice removal. And this is using the PostgreSQL view. As you can see, it is almost 4 times faster than importing the whole data set. For example, top 10 municipalities with largest snow and ice removal took 1,365 milliseconds, but here with using view, it's just 276 milliseconds. Okay, as you can see, others as well in the same result, and it's much more faster than the uploading all data set. We don't need all the data set. That's why I just created those SQL database and use those views, because SQL is really good for analytics process, because you can just make it really faster aggregations as well. Okay, this is the first representation of our process. Then I will explain how can we start or create our virtual environment, then start to analyze our data in the Jupyter Notebook, and hopefully see you there. Thank you so much, guys, for anticipating this meeting.